Alright, part 3 of treating tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. There's a right way and a wrong way to ice for these problems. I'll show you the wrong way. Let's say this is your ice pack and you just stick this thing, you wrap it in a towel and you just hang out with it on your arm for 20 minutes. That is the wrong way to ice this problem. We are not really trying to reduce inflammation with icing. We are trying to stimulate blood flow. So you want to take a piece of ice, let's assume you have lateral epicondylitis, and you literally want to rub this ice for about 2 minutes right on that bony spot that's sore, that's tender to the touch. This is going to super cool the tissue and it's going to increase blood flow. Alright, let's assume you have medial epicondylitis, pain on the inside, ice, bony part that's sore. Rub this 2 minutes, 5 times a day. What this is doing is it's super cooling the tissue, which will improve circulation. The problem we have with this injury is that we have a tendon tissue that is being repeatedly torn apart. It developed micro tears, and every time we load it, we're kind of pulling the scab off, and it's not healing right. And tendon tissue doesn't get a lot of circulation, so it's a lot slower healing tissue than muscle fiber. This is stimulating an increase in blood flow to bring good fresh nutrients in and get the old junk out. 2 minutes, 5 times a day. Alright, we're talking about tactic number 4 for attacking elbow pain, chronic elbow pain. Now this is called tack and floss, and what I'm doing is, this is going to hurt. It needs to hurt or you're not doing any good. So you need to find something with a sharp edge like this. Let's assume your pain is out here, and we're going to move around this tissue until you find a spot that really sucks. You got to find a spot that just lights you up in this muscle here. And there may be multiples, but find one. There are probably more than one. Find one, and when you find that spot, I want you to really lay into this, put a lot of body weight into it, and then move this wrist, extend the fingers, contract, extend, and move through this range of motion. What we're doing is we're tacking the tissue down, and then we're flossing through a range of motion. And that's going to break up some adhesions in here that we're going to free up this muscle so that it's functioning properly. Next, we're going to show you how to do it if you have medial epicondylitis. Alright, we're tacking and flossing for inner elbow pain, medial epicondylitis. This is one of those things that sucks. If it doesn't suck, you're not doing it right. You can do it with a lacrosse ball, but I think it's more effective if you use a smaller ball, because we really need to try to go deep with this, and we're trying to attack this tissue and break it up. So you're going to find, similar to how we looked for the really crappy spots on the outside, we're going to spend a little time around here searching around this soft tissue until we find places that give us kind of a nervy jolt. And once you find one, you lay into it with as much body weight as you can handle, and then same motion. Put this wrist through a range of motion. We attack the tissue, we're trapping the tissue, and we are taking the muscle through a range of motion. And then move to the next sensitive spot. You can work up and down your whole forearm doing this, and you'll probably find a number of places that are exquisitely painful. Guys, you've got to attack this problem multiple times a day. This isn't something, like I've said, with all the other tactics, the voodoo floss, the icing. If you want to get this solved, you've got to do it 4 to 5 times a day, all of this stuff. Next up, we're going to talk about rest. If If you think you can continue to train through this injury and do all the things I'm talking about, you're wrong. I've tried it. Many people have tried it. You've got to give this tissue a little bit of time to recover. And that means you're going to have to modify your training a little bit. I'm going to show you a couple things I do that allow me to keep training and just change the range of motion and the strength axis of the exercises to give both of these tissues a little bit of a break. Alright, my favorite tactic for training through this injury and modifying my movements a little bit are fat grips. You can get these for like $10 on Amazon. You snap them onto your dumbbell. It changes the load range of your grip. This is an excellent thing to incorporate into your exercise regimen whether you have elbow problems or not, because I believe in training for grip strength. It prevents a whole lot of problems, but this is a way that you can open up your grip just a little bit and allow yourself to still do a lot of these movements without being in the same load range that you're used to. 90% of our grip load range at the gym is around this size of diameter piece of equipment, and it just creates imbalances. We need to be able to grip larger things and be strong in that range as well. This works on barbells, dumbbells, cable machines. Just take these babies to the gym, use them on everything for a couple of workouts a week, and you'll be amazed at how that changes this pain and allows you to have a little bit better healing. Another thing you can do at the gym is rely on some machines and cables for a while. Dumbbells and free weights are very grip intensive, and they're always my preference, but if you've got an injury, you've got to give yourself a break. So don't be afraid to lay off of the free weights for a while. Get on some machines where you can ease up on your grip. You can have a little more neutral hand position. You know, you can do a lot of cable movements without really gripping the crap out of the thing. It's not ideal to do that for long because it kind of can create some other problems. But in the acute stage, while you're trying to give this thing some time to heal up, ease up on your hands.